Okay, today I wanted to share with you a program that I came up with when I was doing lessons full time. I had a lot of really young guys, and I'm talking 5-year-old and 6-year-old kids. And one of the things that all kids struggle with is learning how to catch. I think every kid goes through a process of development, and everybody knows if you've tried to teach these kids, the easiest ball to catch, or where everybody starts, is always kind of with a glove up. So when you're doing a glove up, there's absolutely nothing wrong with those kids catching balls here when they're very young. But then eventually we want to go and learn what we talk about as being fingers up when we catch the ball. So I think one part of the development process with a young kid is, even when they start to catch balls here, go ahead and start telling them before you toss it to them, hey, let's start fingers up to feel what fingers up feels like. So it's kind of a process of, hey, we'll learn to catch this one first, and then this one gets a little bit easier, but eventually we're trying to get here. Now this is a really tried and proven method that I just came up with, because in a 45-minute hitting lesson, the 5 and 6-year-old kids, 45 minutes is a really long time for those kids. So we kind of started doing this at the end of our lessons, and the kids loved it. And the first time I did this, I was really, really just blown away how kids who absolutely just could not catch, and in a very, very short period of time, were playing pretty good catch at a pretty good distance. So here's how it works. I mean, you can kind of use what equipment you have. I personally think that tennis balls are probably the best thing to use. Wiffle balls are okay, but wiffle balls are they're so light that it's kind of hard for the kids to feel. So I'll try to give you some things to look for when you do this. I think you need about 10 balls, but you don't really have to. You can kind of work with what you have. But the first step, I'm going to get really, really close to my throwing partner, and I'm going to kind of do everything into a progression. So I've just got a bucket of some wiffle balls, and what I would do is I would flip about 10 balls in a row at a really, really fast pace. And I'm trying to do it fast enough where the receiver is not really even thinking about it. It's just a reaction. So he's going to put his throwing hand up, and he's going to start fingers up. Now, I don't care if he catches it. If he can catch it, that's great. But if he doesn't catch it, I don't care, as long as the ball hits the middle of his hand is our goal. So I'm going to flip him about 10 in a row pretty quick, just like that. If he catches it, great. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I would get the baseball so I could really go quick. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so after we do that 10, then we're going to take, we're going to put our throwing hand underneath the glove hand. Now, what we tell them is we're still catching with one hand. So the throwing hand is just there as basically, if it hits this hand and falls out, this hand is here to help us in that. So now I'm going to flip him a few like that, but it's still got to hit that left hand first. It's going to catch it. Now go ahead and close down on it with your other hand, so it's like it's here. It's catch like that. Boom. All right. So after we would do that, now we're going to go to the glove. So where's your glove? All right. Go ahead and put your glove on. Now you could still use wiffle balls. You could still use tennis balls, depending on the age level. I will tell you this, I've made this mistake. I'm going to control where the ball goes. I'm not going to throw it at a kid's face, because if a kid gets hit in the face, we all know that's going to take a long time for him to kind of get over the fear factor. So now I'm going to go to baseballs, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, I do not care if he catches it, as long as the ball hits the inside of his glove. So I'm going to flip them, boom, really quick, there, and I would do about 10. Sometimes I would even do 20 or 25, depending on how many balls that I have. Now we're going to add the throwing hand underneath. So I'm going to go catch, 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 catch. Now here's the key, and this will be a little bit hard to see on the camera, but what I would do at this point is I would take, as many baseballs as I could have. Now I'd probably get him. He could stay on a knee, or he could stand up. But what I would do, can you back up just a little bit? A little more. Can you still see him okay? Okay.
No further.
All right, so now I'm going to start throwing, and now the ball's coming in a little harder. Go ahead and add the throwing hand. And now I'm going to give there, and then the next thing you know, before long, I'll be all the way back at the end of the cage, and now I'm throwing that baseball. And it's happening so fast that they don't have time to think about anything except taking that glove hand to the baseball. And that is a fantastic drill for really young kids, but anybody that's having trouble catching. You can use wiffle balls, tennis balls, and baseballs, but I can guarantee you it is a tried and proven method I have seen very, very quick results at. I'll bet if you do this 4 or 5 days in a row, I think you'll be shocked at how quick these kids can get to a good distance of playing high level catch.